The following podcast is rated G for gammon. Please be aware it may contain some coarse language and is not suitable for children or gammon audiences.
Say true God.
Seriously? Say true God.
God. Always say true God.
Seriously? Say true God.
God. We're back. Say true God. Them young.
All right. It's your main man here, Mr. Aaron Nagus, coming to you live from my laundry and with my deadly sister girl. Which way, Carly? How you going, sister?
Hey, happy NAIDOC week, my brother.
Happy NAIDOC week.
My people. Happy NAIDOC week, everyone. Brother, what's been happening? How was, you did something on the weekend. Was it up Sunny Coast NAIDOC? Tell me everything.
Gubby Gubby Country had their NAIDOC family day on Saturday. It was deadly. The weather participated well with us. The old people looked after us. You know,
Stunning
we thought it
day,
might rain,
Saturday.
but it was lovely. Didn't need a big jacket or nothing. Just walked around Gubby Gubby Country. Had a few stalls. Had some little markets there, and it's just good to see people. Caught up with some brothers that I hadn't seen for a while. You know, it's always funny when you catch up at NAIDOC and you're old like me. And everybody's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you since last NAIDOC. Yeah, all right, yeah, we'll catch up." And then you don't catch up.
And then no one catches up.
No one catches up. You just say you're going to catch up because that's what you have to do because you realize that you like people, but then you never actually make any time to see the people that you like. So
These are the rules of NAIDOC week.
yeah. So shout out to all the brothers and two sisters that I saw that I only see at NAIDOC, and every year we say we're going to catch up, but I've been in the Sunshine Coast now for 15 years, and I think I only seen them 15 times. So
Oh, dear.
there you go.
Yeah.
So when I was in Gladstone, it was wild. Like Gladstone NAIDOC is on steroids because they just get everything paid for them. So you're having sausage sizzles every day, blah blah blah. Good ways. Like I got sick of eating sausages. It was just too much.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's going on here? So, but yeah, so that's a little bit different than down here. It's a little bit more corporate down this way. But yeah, so that's the thing that was different for me back home in Gladstone. You're literally barbecuing or something every day because the mob got too much money up there and they just have NAIDOC events every day.
Yeah.
How about you?
Saturday, I did a weaving workshop at Moreton Bay NAIDOC. That was my first Moreton Bay NAIDOC event. So
Yeah.
the last few years I've been doing kind of like Southside and like Logan, and really shout out to the Logan elders because they've invited me for the last few years. So this year I thought, I'll change it up because I got the invite first from Moreton Bay. So I went out to Moreton Bay Saturday. That was really nice day. What I liked about it was that it was just a normal little NAIDOC event. Wasn't too
Yes.
crazy. No big corporate like tents and this and that and craziness and millions of people. It was just nice. It was very old school. No rides, no carry on. Just come through, walk through, catch up with people, do a little bit of this and that, and that's it.
Yeah, there is a bit of a difference depending on where you go throughout the country to see what NAIDOC looks like for you. I know there's some that do it crazy corporate and others who, it might be just a march and a little day down the park. But as long as we get to celebrate, I don't really mind what it looks like, to be honest. I think it's a great thing to do, and I love Black Christmas.
Yeah. Where I come from, my little hometown, I don't know if it's just because the mob there are slack, but we didn't really have NAIDOC days. Like, we didn't have any of that growing up. I don't even know if it still happens on the Tablelands, if it happens at all. I know in Mareeba they have one, but like where I'm from in Atherton and Yungaburra, there was nothing. But during school, I always remember they would bring family in. So because our family was there, my aunties, my mum, my uncles, they were the ones that would come to the school and do the NAIDOC things with everyone. That was always deadly. And you'd do the black thing, you get all the black kids out and we'd all do things together. Now it's a little bit more inclusive for schools. It's like everyone or something for the whole
gets in there,
school.
all the grade or something, yeah.
Yeah, no, back in our day, it'd just be, okay, all the black kids, get
All
out.
the black kids, day off school, we're going to do NAIDOC. I'm like, let's go.
We're on the oval, so we would just be on the oval, like having the best time. All the other kids would be up in the class, and we wonder why
it
they all
was
hated
sad.
black kids.
Yeah. And there'd be that one or two black kids that they're black, but their parents don't identify them, so they're going to sit in class and be like, oh, that's bad.
And then all the black kids are like, who are these two? Have you seen these two before? No, I never seen them die. Not their fault. Bless them.
Yeah. And that's exactly right. So back home in Gladstone, it's all mining money. So if you don't know where Gladstone is, little place in central Queensland, uh, money everywhere because they've got power stations and aluminium refineries and all the things that ruin a country. But anyway, so their mob feel guilty, and so they throw just heaps of money at
right.
NAIDOC. I was on the NAIDOC committee for years, and it's a week of events. So I'm talking
Yeah,
like
right.
Sunday to Saturday. You got something, at least one thing on every day, and it's all paid for. Like you don't,
Wow.
you just walk in and it's, oh, thank you. Here's yeah, this is what that is, and I loved it, but you get spoiled. And then I came to the Sunshine Coast, and I was like,
Where's my free
what is
sausage
this?
sizzle?
Yeah, like yeah, okay. We're near
Yeah.
the beach. That's nice. Nobody's here.
Oh,
This is
no.
very weird. Because there's not that many. There's only like 2,000-3,000 blackfellas in Gladstone, but pretty much
Yeah.
all of them would come to NAIDOC.
Yes.
Like we had hundreds of people march, and the family fun day was massive. Like you take up the whole beach. There's nobody else would go down to the park when we had that day because you just couldn't. There's just blackfellas everywhere. So my NAIDOC experience is probably a bit different to what my kids get here in Gubby Gubby country, just because of money, really. Like
Yeah. I don't know if my hometown is just slack. Like if the Murray's there, because we're a bit country, like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
there's
Laid
a little
back,
bit it's a
you
bit
know.
sleepy. It's a bit, no, who's going to organise it? I don't know. I'm slack. Are you slack? I don't even know if there's an NAIDOC committee in my hometown anymore. I don't even know. I don't remember us ever having like a day to go to on the Tablelands because it's also very racist. It's a very racist place. I will say that. I can say that because I grew up there. We're talking
Yeah.
Bob Catter country. We're talking Pauline Hanson had a seat there. All of that. So I don't know if it's just my hometown. So if you're listening and you're from the Tablelands, come on now, you mob. We need to pull our fingers out, something for our kids. But I know that they're good at it at the schools. But I do miss the Cup Murrays. I do miss that because
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
it's not
me
a big
too.
thing down here,
No.
Cairns and North Queensland and around Gladdy and those areas. We do Cup Murray, which is you're cooking under the ground. And,
Yeah, makes me sad. So
Yeah.
I did a Cup Murray here once 3 years ago, and everybody still talks about it. Like, oh, I was like, brother, you know how much work? Because it was
so much
I think
work.
we're cooking for like, I think I aimed for about 500 people. Like that was how much
my
we were cooking
God.
for,
Yeah.
and like not many people here knew how to do it.
No,
But
I was going
like
to say
teaching.
you would have been
I was
one
teaching
of the.
mob. I was teaching mob how to do it, and I had a few people that come in when they weren't busy to come help me. Had some of my family come in and help me, and Dudley brother Alistair Bartholomew, Tosha, and all the fella from Eastern Islands there, and yeah, he come in when he could. But yeah, it was me and some new fellas. Like, yeah, this is how we do it. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Biggest whole good ways, like that much meat, and I just refuse to do vegetables. They're like, can we do vegetables? I'm like, no. They're like, what? I was like, do you know how much work it's going to do to wrap all these vegetables? Like, no, we're
No.
doing meat. I said, I'll do you some pumpkins. I did, I don't know if you mob do Darky Delight pumpkins or if that's more of a South Island thing, but Darky Delight pumpkins is like a full pumpkin. You hole it out, then you put like onion, bully beef, garlic, peas and corn, frozen peas and corn. You put all that in the middle, and you put the top back on the pumpkin,
Steams
wrap it up, and then just cook it whole. Oh
Right.
my baby!
What do you
LeBron
call it?
Jesus.
Dark is the light. Come on
Darky
now.
Delight. It is, it is absolutely amazing, and like I've got like doesn't matter what race you are. When I cook that, people are like this is delicious because it's and coconut milk. So coconut milk goes
Coconut milk. Okay.
mix it all up, and then it just goes through, and you know
Right.
what cup Murray, how soft cup Murray is, and then that pumpkin just goes.
Real soft.
It's-
Stop it. Mouth is watering here. Do love a cup Murray. Haven't had one in ages. I wish they did it. You know what is one thing that's lacking in the bigger, I think, centre areas like up on the sunny coast here in Brizzy. I don't know how it is for anywhere else. The only other NAIDOCs that I've been to actually is like I think it was a Blacktown or Mount Druitt one, Redfern. I've been to a few, obviously in Cairns. Townsville, obviously, yes.
Yeah,
of course, I went to Townsville. I emceed the Townsville one a few times.
Yeah,
That
I was
was
going to
fun.
say surely.
Yeah, the ones in Queensland are all pretty similar. Very different in New South Wales. Very, very different to us. But,
Well,
equally
they're
as
Corys,
good.
they can't help it.
They can't help it. They can't have no Cup Murray going on down there, I can tell you right now. But it's weird because some of these places here, I want to see some black feeds, brah. I don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing at the sunny coast, but the thing that everyone talks about every year, where's the black feed? Where's the black feed? Like no one's cooking curry, no one's cooking any of these things, damp and nothing. It's just hot chips and friggin' dumplings.
There's that one Torres family,
The
biggest
Bowies,
family,
yes, the Bowies. Shout out Bowies.
and Musgrave, and people start lining up at like 10:30. They're like, we know this is our only chance to get
Yep.
Seymour chicken,
Yeah,
coconut curry, you know.
I've thought about opening one up because you'd clean up.
I literally had this exact conversation with my brother Toby Adams because we talk about
Yeah.
it every time we have NAIDOC.
Every
I'm
time.
like,
And no one does it.
every year I say I'm going to do this next year. Next year I'm going to have a stall. I'm just going to cook it up, but then I was like, I don't get to enjoy it then, because then I'm just cooking it for everybody else.
How about next year, NAIDOC? Now, it depends on who wants us, all right? Whoever gets in first, Musgrave organisers, if you're listening, fine, up to you. Sunny Coast, whoever's listening, it's them yarns coming to do a live podcast from your NAIDOC at the stall that's selling black feeds.
Yes, and we'll and we'll help cook it too.
We'll help cook it. I can cook rice, can cook damper, can cook chicken curry, Seymour chicken, all the things. The one thing I know is a good business idea, which I've been meaning to do for years, is just a blackfella confectionery stall. So we're talking packets of salty plums, sell them at, $5 a pop. Bam.
Boom.
Black kids lining up. Vinegar brews, lemon, salt.
Yeah.
Come on. Vinegar.
I think that'd be more popular in Brisbane because there's not as many North Queensland Murrays down here on Sunny Coast.
No.
You know what I mean? So that's like the North Queensland staple. The further
really
south you
is.
come, the less likely it is. Darwin mob love them salty plums.
I just got a bag, 250 grams from hand delivered from Darwin, salty plums, the other day. And I thought, I'll just have one. Now, if you don't know what these are, the salty plums, like if you don't know what they are, you need to go and uppercut yourself because you're listening to them yarns, okay? You were two Murrays.
Yes.
Go and educate yourself. We call it blackfella confectionery. It's got nothing to do with our culture, okay? It's from Indonesia.
We borrowed it from Indonesia.
It's because we're close to Indonesia in North
Yeah,
Queensland.
we would have traded for it, I'm sure.
It's a trade. It's a trade for our
International
boomerangs.
trade back in the day before the colonizers came and stopped it.
Look, I'll take that for all the ripped off art they've taken. So how about
Yes.
that? Salty plum is a dried prune, salty stuff, salt, sweet, sour. It's yum. I grew up on them, and even at my ripe old age of 40, I still have my little cravings for salty plums. And
Yeah.
my sister girl was up and down the other day. I'm like, bring me a packet back. And I just had like one. It was like 9 o'clock at night, right? And I'm like, I'll just have one just to see, little taste. No, Auntie
Bye-bye.
was like,
Packet gone.
no, 10 deep. Next minute, salty plum gunners at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, see.
I didn't really think about it until you said if you don't know what salty, we're talking about salty plums. People
Yeah.
just think we're talking dirty. Like no,
Correct.
this is actually a
A thing.
dessert.
Yeah, a dessert.
It's actually a thing.
It's not a dessert. It can be
It's not a
breakfast,
dessert.
lunch, dinner for
Little
black
snack.
people.
Well,
Yeah. Have
it's a
you ever had
delicacy. Sorry, desserts are wrong. It's a delicacy.
Have you ever had anyone try and hide salty plums from you as a black person?
Yeah, when I was in Townsville, yeah, you had to hide them. Like in
Yeah.
Gladstone, not many people ate them. I
Yeah.
only ate them because I went to Townsville and the only black fellas I knew up there all loved them, so we
Yep.
eat them. Yeah, when you're drinking and blah blah blah. It's a good little snack.
Offset.
And then but
Yeah.
no, the further south I went, the less likely I was to
You had to
see
hide
some.
them. I had a butler staying with me the other week. He was staying at my house, in my house, right in my spare room. Shout out, Brother Ty. I went in there to see if he wanted something. I'm standing in there and he's got a packet of salty plums and he's hiding them in the cupboard. Salty plum powder. I said, what is this? What is this? Busted. And he's just like
That's
put a
so
towel
good.
on his head. I'm like, how dare you hide salty plums from me in my own house? And I could see, I'm like, let me see your fingers. And he's got two
Yeah.
orange fingers. I'm like, oh, salty plum slut. I couldn't believe it. I was
Yes.
pretty angry, but yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hide salty plums around black
No,
fellas because we'll
can't.
see it's your lips, it's your teeth, and it's your friggin' fingers. We can see when you're eating them. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's a business idea for next year's NAIDOC. Salty plum
Yes.
stand. What do you reckon?
Salty plum stand.
Should I do it?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do a
Okay.
combined. I'll
Yeah.
do the savory, and you can do the. Well, they're not even really sweet. They're salty and sweet.
The
But
salty
anyway.
and sweet. I might even do like the old school. Get some white paper bags and
Yeah.
just do those.
How,
do those.
how
in
many
a
you
white
want?
bag.
10 cents each.
10 cents each, and then count them out, and then everyone's just
Yeah.
walking around with that bag with that hole in it because of the saliva.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
you don't know what this conversation is, you're not black.
The other thing that that reminds me of though when I lived in North Queensland was the Papua New Guinea mob
Yeah.
and the
Beetle nut.
like the beetle nut. Two totally different things, but same thing. Like if you had beetle nut, then
Yeah.
they just start chewing.
Red
you spit
mouth.
out red mouth. Got the little bag.
Yeah. I'll shout out too as well to our sister girl Noella who listens, Noella Green. She listens to them yarns all the time now, and her mum Auntie Stella talk about beetle nut face all the time, bro. Just that
Yeah.
you just know Auntie Stella's coming. So shout out Noella. Hey, speaking of not being black, there's a little bit of a trend that has been happening the last few times of NAIDOC week for me, and it's self-identifiers.
Oh, self-identifying.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know if it's because, when I'm doing weaving workshops or I'm at different events, I'm out and about, people come up to me and they'll like go, oh yeah, I'm the only Aboriginal person at my workplace, or I'm the only Aboriginal person here. Or they'll make a point to tell me that they're Aboriginal.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yep.
And, I go, oh, okay, yep. Like, I don't know what you want me to do with that information. And then
Yeah.
I'll do the natural thing, which is, oh, yeah, cool. Like, where's your mob from, right? That's just the natural response. And
Yep.
then the response I usually get is like Adelaide, Darwin,
Oh, no.
Toowoomba. And I'm like, okay, where in Darwin? I'm like, so I don't even ask. I don't even.
Larrakia or...
I don't know. I don't even give them any ideas. I just go, okay, yeah. But what's with self-identifying during NAIDOC week? This is not the week for you to do that. You need to do that in Reconciliation week. That's the week where you go and self-identify. NAIDOC week is for black people, okay? Let us have something.
So when you're saying they're self-identifying...
They're coming out as black to me, and
they're
I don't
coming
want
out
to know.
as black to you. I just want to clear that up. So you're like, they're coming out of the black closet.
They're coming
And
out
they
of the
feel
black
like
closet.
you're making them feel safe. You just
No,
make
I'm
them
not.
feel-
I'm not the safe guy. You got me twisted. These are people I've only just met. You don't know me. You don't know me. Okay? Get back to reconciliation with that self-identifying, coming out of your closet
Self-identify.
black. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, and make sure you actually do the research before you.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's just like, this is NAIDOC week. I want to be around the black fellas, the ones that are deadly. I don't want to be around, you found out yesterday, or you don't know and you're just telling me, okay, I find that's great. Deadly. Love that for you. Just move. It's NAIDOC week. You know what I mean? It's that energy for me.
Do the research.
Bruh.
You want to self-identify. Do the research. I obviously am not safe because I don't think anybody self-identified to me. I think that
Why?
that might be my superpower.
Why
is
do I
us-
get it then? Is it because I'm light skinned? Is that what you're trying to say? Wow.
Yeah, you're
bro.
light skin. I'm a bald black fella. It was like, oh, he looks a bit scary.
Yeah.
She looks really nice. He smiles all the time. He's got a scowl on his face all the time.
But no, actually, apparently I have resting bitch face. I got told the other day. I have resting bitch face. And I thought, really?
I have
didn't think
resting
I
bitch face
did.
too, apparently. I didn't know that either. I thought I looked lovely and happy all the time, but
Same.
apparently not.
Okay. I don't know why I'm the guy that people come and self-identify to. I'm also the person that homeless mob asks for either money or can you buy me a drink or can you do this? I'm also the person
It's
like,
because
bro,
you must look proper kind.
but I'm not. And I walk around, I got my headphones in and people will ask me for directions. Do I look like your GPS? Why am I the guy out of hundreds of people on the street? Someone comes
Google
up
Maps.
to me and asks me for a loan. Why? Like, I'll
Yeah,
do
no.
it. Do you know how many people I buy drinks for at
See,
7-Eleven?
That's why they do it, because they know it's like she's a soft target. She's already smiling at me. She's trying to avoid eye contact. She's the easiest one. I just look at them. If you can see
Man.
that somebody's trying to catch your eye, just like stare at them like,
No.
are you looking at me?
Just do a twitch.
And then they freak out. They're like, no, I can't do that. He's not, this lad's staring at me.
I've got sunnies on. You can't see my eyes. So why are you looking
yeah.
at me? And I can't say no. Like, I'm the person who's like, if someone comes up, oh, excuse me, would you mind buying me a drink? I'm like, sure. What else would you like? Would you like a feed? Like, I start giving them things. Like, I go too far. especially if it's NAIDOC and it's blackfellas. I'm like, come on, what do you
Look,
want?
if a blackfella asks me, then I'm going to do it. I'm like, all right, come on, uncle.
I actually, a fellow pulled me up the other week and he said, oh, hi, do you mind buying me a drink? I said, yeah, man, come on then, let's go. And I was right out the front of the 7-Eleven anyway. I said, go and grab what you need, And he grabbed the thing. And I said, are you Murray? And he goes, yeah. And I go, oh. I said, where's your mop from? And he goes, Auckland. I said, nah, not Māori, bro. I thought you was Aboriginal. Nah, I'm Māori. Okay. And then he asked for 2 energy drinks, not just
2?
one. I was
What?
like, oh, you cheeky. I was like,
now.
come on,
What do
you're
you
pushing
need 2
it.
for?
I know. One for his pocket for later. So go on then, get 2.
Okay, go on then.
NAIDOC.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. I wonder if we do get more happy around, Black Christmas. You like start giving more, because like Christmas time, end of the year, you feel a bit, you're a bit weary from work, but you're feeling in a giving mood. Maybe that's how blackfellas go for our Black Christmas, Christmas, and it is literally a Christmas in July for us. I just realized that. Christmas in July, Black Christmas.
It is. I saw everybody celebrating at last weekend's NAIDOC on the weekend, the NAIDOC Awards.
NAIDOC Awards, yes, that's right.
Sis Barker performed. It looked pretty dope. I haven't been. Have you been ever to a national NAIDOC ball?
No.
Oh, you've never been? You've never been to it?
I talk about it all the time.
That you're going to go?
But I never do.
I feel like it'd be your gig, brother. I feel like that's your crowd. Not my crowd, but I feel like it would be your crowd.
They love me. I look deadly in a suit. My head shines in the light because it's bald. The coconut oil reflects in the light. It looks real deadly, and then and I've had a few drinks. So I'm actually friendly to talk to, so it's nice.
Your resting bitch face isn't on.
Yes.
I've been to only 2, and I was working at both of them, and that was for NITV a few years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I did the Gold Coast one. That was my very first national NAIDOC ball, and then I did Darwin. Yeah, Darwin looked Darwin was good. But at that point, I'd done the first one and it was really busy. Like when you're working at it, you don't really get to enjoy it, right?
Yeah, true.
I was a drinker back then too. So I did the broadcast and then I had some drinks afterward once we'd knocked off. But the Darwin one, I think I had started my sobriety journey then. So by the time I'd finished filming, I was so knackered. We just went and got dim sims and just went back to my hotel room and crashed out. But just I don't know, brother. It's not my crowd. I just wouldn't do that anymore. But I know like a lot of people enjoy it, and it's good to see Black people coming together and having some joy, regardless, which is deadly.
Yeah. I think for me the Black joy thing is massive.
Yeah.
Like it's a really, even when they're not your crowd, I feel like the vibe is pretty good at those things. So I've been to some local NAIDOC balls.
Yes.
And even at those places, like I'm from Gladstone, like I said, and in Gladstone we have some discussions around traditional ownership and all that sort of stuff. But like the Gladstone NAIDOC ball, nobody cares. Everybody loves everybody. Oh, Uncle, I haven't seen you long, But then the next day, like, oh,
we got to catch up 365 days later. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. So I would really like to go. So that's something I wanted to do when I was in Brisbane, but my organisational skills aren't the best. So I keep forgetting to book the tickets, then it gets sold out, and then I miss it again. So
if you can even get tickets every year, it goes so fast, and I think the corporates are the ones who can afford it these days.
That's right. The corporates are the ones that are taking all the bloody tickets. So I guess I just got to get a job somewhere where the corporates can pay for me to go.
Or here's an idea. Corporates can buy a table and then just give the tickets to community members. Maybe that would be a good idea.
That would be amazing. It's
good to see the NAIDOC awards, as in like people getting nominated. It's nice. Yeah. It's something from the community, and you've got lifelong people there, people that have been in all of these positions for so long, doing the best they can on community level. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and they got some really like cool, like different ways of acknowledging people. You know what I mean? So it's not just like, for blackfellas or even for like most people, it's literally like businessman of the year, sportswoman of the year, blah blah blah. But the thing I like about the NAIDOC Awards is like caring for country.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
creative talent, like young people. They still have like the sports award,
Yeah.
but then they have the education award and they have innovation award,
Yeah.
elders, and then they have the person, NAIDOC person of the year. So, they're recognizing that even though in the mainstream media, you really only see blackfellas on sport, right? The most famous blackfellas in Australia are like Paddy Mills and, Latrell, all these deadly sports stars, which, this is great, but there's so much more to being a blackfella than just
Yeah.
being good at sport. And I really like that the awards have sort of expanded now to get away from those stereotypes of
Yeah.
just man, woman, sportsman, sportswoman,
True.
blah, blah, blah. So
think,
that's what I think is pretty cool. Like
They need a podcast of the year award. Just
Yes.
saying.
is that going to be fair to everybody else, but because what have we got?
Oh.
We'll just be going every year and cleaning
Every
up.
year, just cleaning up. It's all about.
Especially when our competition's curries. I'm like, come on. what are they going to do?
Stop it. The shade. It's NAIDOC shade.
Keep
I'm here
firing
for
this NAIDOC
NAIDOC
week.
shade.
We love you.
Yeah, maybe get your own ideas and then have a podcast. Then we can
Yeah.
win every year, Aaron. That might be the thing that we do. So who knows?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who knows? Anyway, NAIDOC, we still got a couple more days yet. NAIDOC week. Because the big one, we record this podcast during the week. So by the time you hear this, it'll be Friday. It'll be Musgrave Park here in Brisbane on Friday. And then all around Australia, no matter where you're listening. I hope you get out and get amongst it.
Yeah, Friday is usually the big day, hey? So that's
Yeah.
the day that most commonly celebrated around Australia. And for Brisbane, people are in Meanjin. Musgrave Park is the largest celebration, largest single NAIDOC celebration in Australia. So 20 to 25,000 people rocking through. It is massively corporate now, but it's still the opportunity to see mob dance and see performers go. So even though there is a lot of corporate money in there, there's still that corner of the cultural side where you get to see all different mobs come together and dance and sing, and every now and again they let the mic go a bit too far to some uncle who just get a little bit too far.
Last year was Brother Alec Dumaji. Shout out, Brother Alec. Put that mic down.
There's always one that's like, I've just been waiting for this. Just give it, they got me the mic, and then they go, and you're like, oh no. But yeah, that's what I really enjoy about Musgrave. So I'll be working there this year.
Oh, you're going? So am I going to, as Nagus and Carly going to link up at Musgrave Park?
We're going to see each other. That's right.
Okay.
We'll just have to walk around, see if anybody recognizes us or recognizes you.
No one's going to recognize me. I got my sunnies on. No one better recognize me.
Yeah.
My earphones in, my sunnies on. Don't look at me. Don't ask me to buy you a drink. It's not going to happen. Okay. You know what? This is my first Musgrave Park NAIDOC in about 5 years, I reckon.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because I've been at so many other days, or I've had family stuff come up on the day. So this is my first Musgrave. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting. I'll probably get there. What's the tips, brother, for the day? What do you wear? What don't you wear? And what do you do?
I don't really have any tips because I've only ever worked it. I've never actually been.
Now let's
socially.
just talk about a NAIDOC day in
Oh,
general,
NAIDOC
not just
day.
Musgrave.
So-
if you're going to a family day on Friday,
Yes, if you're going to the family day, grab a black shirt. If you don't have anything that's Indigenous themed, just wear a black shirt because black fellas love wearing black shirts. Don't wear a cowboy hat, but wear a cowboy hat if you're in the country.
really? No cowboy hat? So what are you saying? No Brisbane people better be wearing cowboy hats. No, they're not allowed?
Oh well, there's
Come
an urban cowboy theme happening. So I guess there will be cowboy hats, but
What do you
usually the
mean
people
there's
who-
an urban cowboy theme? What is this?
Haven't you seen? There's like the concrete cowboy mob coming out now. Like all the mob moving in
What
from
is
the
this?
country to Brisbane, they're all putting on cowboy hats as everybody's going on it. Latrell's doing it.
Oh, yeah. It's the new
is
thing.
mum?
It's Beyonce. It's the Beyonce phase.
Yeah, Beyonce probably started. You're right.
Yep.
But if you're gonna wear a cowboy hat, you need to be wearing it properly. That's I see some people wearing cowboy hats. Have
No
you ever been
dirt
to
on
the
it.
country before? Because that's the cleanest hat I've ever seen. and you don't even have it sitting on your head properly. You got to sit too high. You need to push that thing down. It's supposed to be sitting on your head so it can't fall off when you ride a horse. That's the whole point of wearing a cowboy hat.
It's got no sweat on the inside of it.
Yeah. But no, like there is like like urban cowboy
Okay.
things coming out there now, like mob are getting
dear.
into it. Yeah, so make sure you wear a hat, especially if you're melanin challenged.
How dare you
'cause you're-
attack me like this?
Just because you're a blackfell on the inside doesn't mean you're a blackfell on the outside. You need to wear sunscreen.
Leave my Scottish Murray skin alone, okay?
I'm specifically talking to Carly here because she thinks that she's still an athlete and she's still that little brown girl, but she is not.
I am not. I'm light
She's getting
skinned.
burnt every time. So
Yep.
yeah, sunscreen, and then make sure you bring hand sanitizer because you're going to be hugging and shaking hands a lot. And if mob aren't, it's cold, it's winter. Mob come to NAIDOC whether they're sick or not. They don't care. Like it's like they could be on their deathbed and they're like, "It's NAIDOC.
We're the
You think I'm
reason
not
why
coming to
there's
NAIDOC?" Yeah, I've been sick. I've been off sick for work all week. I don't care. I'm going to NAIDOC. So
Yep.
you're gonna need some hand sanitizer because you're gonna be shaking hands and hugging people and kissing babies all day.
You're funny. You know what? I just will shout out right now to anyone who knows me and is thinking about going to Musgrave. Do not do the whole, hey, where are you? Hey, where are you at? Let's catch up. Don't, okay? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going there to do the, hey, I'm over here near the bin, near the stage. Nope. If you see me, you see me, okay? I'll
Yep.
be there. Don't ask me to meet you somewhere underneath the friggin' tree at Musgrave. Not going to happen. All right? Hate that.
Should we near the coconut curry chicken, or should we near the stage, or should we talking to somebody? So good luck.
I'll be at the Salty Plum stand. All right? Catch me there. Anyway.
Is there a solid pub stand in Brisbane? I don't think there is. I have to look.
No, I'm going to make one next year.
Oh,
I
you're
just
making
told
one.
you this.
Just you don't even just go in there. Just go in there, buy like a whole heap from the shop, and then
get my
stand there having
jacket.
in your coat. Yeah,
Get
Yep.
my jacket and just say,
You'll
I've got
sell
Salty
out.
Plums in mob. Anyone want to pack it? Come and get them.
Yeah.
I
Give
don't
it
need
like
a
one-
stall price. What do you mean stall price? I got a jacket. Exactly.
Just walk around. Just here you
That's a
go.
good idea.
Oh.
I might, like Black Santa, I might just give out
Yes.
Salty Plums. You reckon?
Oh, you must be rich.
Hey, she rich. She buying people soft drink from 7-Eleven too, Jordan. Cracked. All right.
Too much.
That's too funny. Well, have a good rest of the NAIDOC to you, brother.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
yeah, it's a good week, good NAIDOC week for everybody else as well. If you're listening, this week I thought, from NAIDOC, maybe we go back to that hill that we're willing to die on.
Oh yes.
Yes,
So we tried this, and we had a really good session, but then it disappeared.
Why do you have to remind people? Damn it! No one would have known. Nobody would have known.
So, are we going to
Context.
repeat the same ones, or are we going to bring different ones?
I don't
We
know. I reckon maybe I might repeat one, but I might give you another new one. So if you don't know what this segment is, it's the hills that Aaron and I are willing to die on. So a couple of things. We don't always see eye to eye on everything. We might agree on most things, but we have had little clashes, and I reckon the hills that we're going to die on. Who's going first? We're going to do rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
No, because you cheated last time.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. And it's also delayed, and I win every time. Okay,
Yeah.
you go first then. Hill
Alright,
that you're willing to die on.
age before beauty.
Righto, elder in residence.
Call me
Le-
uncle, please. All right. I'm just going to repeat this one from last time because it's easy.
Lazy.
And
I can't even remember it anyway.
I think we agreed on it. And it's got to do with another week or another month of celebration, but I think everyone is a little bit gay.
Oh, yes, you did say this. Okay, before we get cancelled by all the people, can you please explain what you mean by this?
I mean, everybody's a little bit gay. So obviously you have a spectrum, right? There's a spectrum for everything, and you have some people who are super, super loving of the same sex. But then you get all these people who, women, for example, when you dress up, you say you're dressing up for the male gaze, but the people who are most critical of women are women. You're like, oh, look what she's wearing, blah, blah, blah. So like you're wearing so that women aren't being critical of you. And so you're trying to impress women, which I think, is a little bit gay. And I'm not saying that as a slur. I'm just saying that, you're doing things to impress the same sex.
You're trying
even
to
though
attract the opposite
you're
sex.
you're trying to attract the opposite sex. And the same thing, I think, for
Wait, sorry, my
men.
brain's hurting. You're trying to attract the opposite sex, but really you're attracting the same sex is what you're saying.
Yes.
Because you're
yes.
appealing to women are really just appealing to women with what we wear, with how we dress,
Yes.
Yep. And
yes.
men the same, yeah?
Yeah. And you're the biggest critic. So, for example, like, usually when a woman asks how they look, I'm like, yeah, you look hot, like you look good. And they're like, oh, I think this and I think this. And then they're self-critical, blah, 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 whatever. And the other point to my message, again, this is not an insult, but men who go to the gym too much, like you're doing that for other men. Because, most women appreciate muscles. You have Carla who's obsessed with six packs, and that's fine.
Hey,
but
I'll take a 4-pack as well. Come on.
Yeah. But the reality is, like, most women are like, yeah, muscles are cool, but when you get too muscly, like, what's the point of that? And
I don't know if that's a thing, Nagus.
It is a thing. It's a thing.
You reckon?
You can
I don't
Google
know.
it. Google it right now while I'm talking. And I'll tell you
What
it's
am
a
I?
thing.
What do I Google? What am I
You're Googling, do women actually love muscles?
Okay, I'm going to chat GPT this. Keep going. Keep
ChatGPT.
talking.
And so what I'm saying is, so the men who are doing it, they're doing it for the other gym bros. Like all the gym bros,
Yeah,
like,
the gym
yeah,
bros.
like look at me, rah, 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 And it's the same thing for people who love cars. Like all these men that love cars, they're driving around going, rum, rum, rum. But no women is like, oh, that turns me on. That fella driving that really fast Ford. I really wish he'd do another burnout in front of me because that makes me feel so amazing. But the fellas are like, yeah, burnouts, bro.
Look at my calves, bro. Calves for days.
So we're doing all these things that we pretend are for the opposite sex, but the reality is that it's more likely to impress somebody from the same sex than it is for the opposite sex.
I get that because I've seen on Tinder that guys will have a footballer in their profile photo with them. Like they might have Cameron Smith or Jonathan Thurston, like, as the coaches or whoever. And it's like them and like Valentine Holmes, right? He's hot. Everyone knows majority of the Broncos players, they're pretty good looking. So they'll put like a Broncos player in their profile photo. And it's like, do you think that impresses women? Because now we're looking at Valentine's Holmes. You're putting up pictures on your Tinder that you would like other men would like. Be like, oh yeah, cool, Jono, you got a photo with Jono, mad. Like women aren't impressed with that. So why are you putting that up? It's so weird. Anyway, do you want to know what ChatGPT said about overly muscly men? It says some do, some don't. So some women are into overly muscly men because they associate it with strength, protection, discipline. It can also be aesthetically pleasing or attractive. And then it said, especially if they're into fitness themselves. No, I'm not. I just find it aesthetically pleasing. Media and pop culture sometimes idolize that look, blah, blah, blah. Others are not into it because they might see it as intimidating, unnatural, or even self-absorbed. They may prefer a leaner or softer physique. That's nice. Softer physique.
Definitely. Go the soft. Shout out to the softer men.
We're doing it
for everybody.
That's a dad bod, right? Is that what they're trying to say?
Yes, the dad bods, yes.
Apparently they feel more relaxed or relatable, those bodies.
Yeah.
And then preference, lifestyle. But it says mostly women care about the real deal, about confidence, kindness, hygiene, humor, and emotional connection. I don't know.
So mine says,
what did yours say?
Women are generally attracted to men with some level of muscularity.
Yeah.
But studies suggest that while women find muscular men more attractive for short-term relationships,
What are you trying to say?
not what they find for long-term relationships. I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing the eyes at you when I say short-term relationships.
I feel attacked, and that's all you need to know, okay?
I'm just saying the studies show that, it's men you're just working out for other men. You're not really doing it for. You don't need to take steroids. Taking steroids is not going to impress another woman. Then there's not women like, oh, I wish my man was taking steroids. That makes me feel really good inside. So
that's the hill you're willing to die on. Everyone's a little bit gay.
Yeah, just a little bit. And again, it's not a slur. I'm just saying everybody's a little bit gay.
Nagas. Okay. So let me go over to me now and let me find my hills that I'm willing to die on. By the way, did you like the bonus episode last week about the dogs?
Yeah, it was funny.
Can you hear them in the background scratching around right now?
I can never hear them.
I can hear them. Everyone else can hear them. You're the only person, Binaguri one, who can't hear it.
Well, I'm getting fitted for my hearing aid next week, so
Yes. He's gonna
in
be
2 or 3 podcasts, I'll be able to hear everything.
Bro, you're going to be screaming down the microphone. I'm going to have to
know.
level you out. Far
I don't
out.
know how it's going to work. I'm freaking out, to be honest. I haven't heard probably for 25 years, so I don't know how it's going to go.
Jesus. Okay. All right. This one, little bit controversial. You know what? Cancel me. I don't care. It's NAIDOC week and I'm coming for you. Are you ready?
Oh no,
Hills
no,
I'm willing to die on. Hill that I'm willing to die on. Corey's can't shake a leg like Murray's can. There. I said it. I said it.
I mean, I didn't know we were going to agree so fast. Poor fellas.
Click,
I mean, look,
click, click. There goes all the turn-offs. Everyone
they're
turning
all
me
like,
off.
nah, I'm not listening to this anymore. I'm tired of being attacked.
I'll die on that hill. Sorry. I've been to a lot of Corey events, okay? And it's not even, don't try and blame things in the past, okay? You either shake the leg now or you can't, all right?
Yep.
And you can't. Murray's do it way better. That's just the way it is. Don't even try and compete with the mob and the NT. Let's not even go there. But everyone besides the Corey can shake a leg.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I feel sorry, because
Yawn.
it's just cold down there. So then maybe they just don't,
Stiff
we
leg
got a bit
ones.
more. Yeah, they could do a bit stiff legs. That's what it looks like. Like just looks a bit too stiff legged. They need to bend a little bit more, put their hips into it a bit more. Like I'm not trying to I'm not saying I'm a professional, but
Is it because they're all like ex-footballers? Shout out Joey Williams. Like, is that why all the bullers that can't
they
shake a
can't bend their
leg?
knees and back properly. Is that what you're saying?
Joey, brother, you need to go to that friggin' chiropractor. I'm telling you, nah. That's one hill that I'm willing to die on. Sorry, I said it during NAIDOC week. Cancel her. Cancelled.
She's getting cancelled. Oh no.
Cancel me again and again. I'm still here. Do you have another hill that you're willing to die on?
I don't have anything that's going to compete with that one, to be honest. I'll have to
come
think
on.
of something else for next. Something a bit more. That was real controversial. Although maybe mine's a bit controversial as well.
Come on.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows?
All right. I've got
Yeah,
one more
let's go
NAIDOC.
one more.
This one's a little bit controversial.
Oh no.
Just a little bit.
Well, it's been good.
Are you
It's
ready?
been nice having this podcast for the last few months.
It's been nice getting to the peak of
We
it.
made it to
and,
NAIDOC week. That's a good achievement.
Let's go out on high. Okay, the hill that I'm willing to die on, Deadly Choices shirts are overrated.
Oh no, you didn't.
The T
I
Beach.
can't agree. No, I love Deadly
You can't
Choices.
agree. You can't agree. I didn't
No,
ask for
I
agreement.
can't agree.
I'm just telling you what it is.
If it was for Deadly Choices shirts, I would probably be dead from cancer or something.
Come on, they're
know?
overrated. Okay, I don't
No,
want
they're
your
not.
marketing. I don't want it. You're not
I want
touching me with that needle just so I can get a free shirt. Get away from me.
Yep, I'm going to get my health check. And if you haven't had a health check in the last year,
Oh, here we
whether
go.
you're black or not, please go get a health check. It's
Do you
really
work for them
important.
now? Is that what's going on here?
I'll work for them. They're going to give me free shirts.
No, wake up. I'll give
love
you a
free
free shirt. Do you want a free shirt?
Does it look like their shirts?
I could make one that looks like theirs.
Yeah, they gave me one of the Broncos colours.
Oh, you only like
Again,
because it's football. You were so sucked in by the marketing ploy. Aaron Agers. Anyway, I'm dying on that hill. Those shirts, I'm over it. I'm done. Get them
I
out
like
of
'em.
here.
The only thing I don't like about them is
The material. No one likes that material.
no, not the material. It's just that like some of the kids that get them then go and commit crimes on the news wearing the shirts, and that makes me feel shame.
Not just children. I've seen adults do it as well.
no.
And also they're ambassadors, but let's not talk about that. Thank you.
So, but no, I can't agree. Deadly Choices, if you want to hook me up with a sponsorship, I'm ready
Wake
to
up
go.
to-
I'll
you're
wear
just
your shirts.
happy
I'll
for
wear
you
shirts
to-
on the podcast, everything. So
No, you will not. Happy for you
if
to
you don't know what
sponsor
deadly, and if you
Vegas.
don't know what a Deadly Choices shirt is, here in Queensland, and I think they moved to New South Wales,
Here we
when you get a
go.
health check, this Aboriginal medical service, they have these deadly shirts. So it could be Aboriginal. It's Aboriginal design. It's all different colours. all
Listen,
different
I never said nothing about the
shapes
health
and
checks.
sizes.
I didn't say nothing about the service. I
See?
said the shirts are overrated, and I stand by it. I sit on the hill. I'll sit there by myself in my normal T-shirt. That's not a Deadly Choices T-shirt. I don't care. I said what I said.
And the reason that they had the shirts is to encourage black fellas to come and get a health
Don't try,
check.
don't try and
so
guilt me into it. Okay.
That's why, Carly, she
I
doesn't
don't
like
need
being
a
healthy. I guess she
shirt.
just doesn't like black fellas being healthy.
I see a doctor probably more than any black person I know. I don't need a shirt to bribe me to go and get a health check, but that's
I
up
do.
to you. That's up to you.
I'm just saying, I got one every year. I was like, I want that shirt. What shirt they got this year? Oh, that's a deadly shirt. I'm going to get another one. But unfortunately, you know, it's not. They don't have one up here anymore in Sunshine Coast, so I can't get my free shirts. And you know, I feel like now I've got diabetes or something because I can't get a free shirt and I can't get it checked up.
You need your free Aboriginal shirt that's made in China. Damn. Okay. See,
Well, I don't know where it's
let's not go
made.
there,
I
bro.
haven't read the tag.
Let's not
but-
go there, bro. See, now everyone's getting to see me and Nagus' real friendship. It's been great, Nagus. Thank you so much.
We've been cancelled.
Wait for season 3 of them yarns with the new co-host. It's not Aaron.
I'm going to get a Corey come on here.
I'm going to get a Corey as if
Yeah.
the hell will freeze over before that happens. Okay. Anyway,
That's a good
I'm
one.
cancelled on NAIDOC week. How about me?
You cancelled us on NAIDOC week. Oh, well, it was a good one.
No,
last
you're
week, but-
fine. I'm totally cancelled. You're fine.
Yeah, but
It's-
I can't do the podcast without you. I've all been sitting and talking to Mike.
Mike
I'd
wouldn't
just
even be on.
been sitting here talking to myself. I'd be like, hey, everybody, I go on Facebook Live for half them yarns.
Who wants a semi-yarn? Nah, don't.
Who wants a half yarn? We should do a Facebook Live one day as a
Oh,
thing. That'd be funny.
We actually should. Have a think about it anyway. We'll get to it. But have a great NAIDOC week.
Have a happy NAIDOC week, everybody. Happy Black Christmas. Have a
Yeah.
great week. Yo.
Yo.
Sexual